Why can't we just hold it?
You should hold it. I'm here with. How you feeling today?
Great.
Okay, what are you doing here today?
Interviews.
What are you making it?
Push it. Go get the money, go get the money. 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 Push it.
Good afternoon. I'm joined by the one and only, infamous Galem
Hyacinth Boule.
Boulay.
Is it Boule or Boule?
It's Boulay. It is. It's Boulay.
Let's go. Let's get this. Come on.
So I had to have a lot of training. That went on for.
I don't know how many weeks it was.
Yeah, we used to train outside on the actual track in the freezing
Cold.
You're a bit cold. It was so cold.
It's cold.
which was cool because we got to learn some stuff with professional athletes who are amazing. It was very inspiring to actually watch them because you think you're going fast, you're like, yeah, I got this, and then you see them, you're like, rah, I'll just go home then.
It wasn't just straight about acting anymore. They had to become an athlete in a short amount of time, and the amount of things they had to learn, like it takes some athletes years to grasp.
Worth dying for, worth killing for, worth going to hell for.
Go! Bring that front leg in a bit more. Go! And rest. Cool.
They kind of taught us some things like positions, starting points, and we had a proper coach as well, which was cool, and he was strict, so yeah, it made us work harder. And just watching a lot of racing and looking at starts and how people started and what happens with your legs and what you're supposed to look like at the beginning, what it looks like at the middle, what it looks like at the end, all stuff that I just took for granted before. I was just like, you just run in it like you run for a bus. That's not how it goes.
Like, what's going on?
Surely you don't have to keep your knees out until the finish line.
Listen, you have to stay in the right, whatever position you start in, you need to finish in that position.
Really?
Yes, really. What are you thinking about in a race where they reach and they're dipping for the line? But we're not practicing that. We're practicing basic rhythmic running. Okay, when it's time to reach for the line and dip, we'll do a whole session just on dipping. Okay, but for now, I want you to stay in position. I want you to do a run. You guys can rest. We're going to do a sprint in a minute. Yep, let's go. Okay, so what we want to work on, guys, we want the shin angle to be a bit lower. We want it to be, just stay with me. There, that's where the money is, yeah? Bend this back leg, there. Okay, all right, set, go, push! After all that, you're going to step out on me.
Sorry, I wasn't.
Jesus. Okay.
The process was difficult, but extremely fun at the same time. Totally different world in terms of like learning the athletic side of it. Always been interested in it, but never really dived into it. So having a friend that did, it's really interesting to sort of dive into that world for a bit.
I play a character called Neve Thomas, who is Tiana's little sister, and Neve has autism, which is a social disorder which kind of affects the way you interact with people. So throughout the film you kind of see how she interacts with her sister and how when it comes to encouraging her, she does do so the best way and the way that she knows how, and you kind of just get to see the way she is in her environment. When you look at autism, it's the way they interact with people, so you kind of take it into practice like Methodist acting. So when you're talking to people, you kind of focus on how your hands work, where you're looking, like eye contact, what your hands are doing. It's like kind of having control over yourself, and you kind of have to apply that to the character when you get to the film.
It was the story, because you rarely see a production
about athletics in a way that it was filmed.
From when I read it, I was very much interested that there was the two female leads. I was very interested in the fact that the subject matter was something that was relatable and it was something positive, and the fact that it involved a lot of differences, that as much as you're still different, sometimes the situations you're in is still very much the same. It's just that you're just coming at it from a different angle.
And it was such an in-depth analysis of sprinters and, you know, young people as well, because there are a lot of young people coming up trying to be, you know, sprinters, and, you know, they want to do this full time. And a lot of the stuff that was going on with the two main characters and their conflicts with religion at the same time, trying to find their path to success, but also trying to find their path with God. So it's rare that you see something like that. Usually with young people, it's very easy to just sell trauma and just do crime.
Or very violence heavy.
Gun violence, knife violence, whatever it is, somebody just being broke and becoming rich or something like that.
And with a kind of street cred culture, and it's just like there is more going on with young people than just that.
So a story like this was, for me, different, and I enjoyed that.
So I was watching the Olympics, 2008 Olympics, and they were doing the heats for the women's 100 meters, and I saw a female athlete come on to one of the heats, and she was wearing a hijab. And I heard the commentators saying, okay, yeah, she's coming in representing her country, probably Muslim, whatever. But I heard doubt in everyone's voice. And I heard that they were basically saying that, oh, she's just here to represent her country, not going to do well. The woman stepped into her blocks and the gun went off, and she just dominated the whole race. And it was, I don't know, it was electrifying to see, because it was like after everyone was judging her or making assumptions based upon a religion or appearance, she represented. And when I saw that, I was like, you know, I have to write about that. So a lot of the characters in this film are written based on people who are actually in my life and I've experienced. So Tiona was kind of based on myself, and I struggled a lot with certain things in track. A lot of the meets and a lot of the big competition meets was on a Saturday, and because I'm a 7-day Adventist, Sabbath was on a Saturday. I couldn't make it, and a lot of times I'd have different people telling me different things. My family, my dad's telling me one thing, my coach telling me another, but I really wanted to make it work. So I thought, having saw that from the Muslim athlete, I thought, what a great way to put them both together, because there's a lot of different things going on at the moment in terms of Christianity and Muslims, a lot of stigma on Muslims. I think there's a lot of negativity going on, and I wanted to put a little positive light on both sources and show people that we are doing something positive, and it's not just one side that you look at someone who has a religion.
I also learned about being a 7-day Adventist, being a Muslim, and, you know, the sort of practices that they have to do, you know, and the way that they live their life is different, but it doesn't make them different.
And yeah, because my character was a Muslim girl, you never really see that on TV.
You don't see a lot of Muslim women running.
A Muslim athlete, there's probably quite a few of them, but they're just never shown or portrayed in the right light.
Seeing that in a film that really focuses on the home truth of it all was, yeah, for me was interesting, and I think that there needs to be more of that out there.
And I don't think I would have been conscious of the fact of that had I not done this film.
The thing I learned from writing it and from being involved in general was a lot about tolerance. It teaches a lot about tolerance. There's little parts of the script, if you're listening and paying attention, you're going to find out stuff about different religions. Like, for example, I didn't know that much about 7-day Adventists, but I didn't even know they couldn't even eat pork. Something as simple as that.
And as I've already said, you do not have two female leads with different cultures that isn't white. There's usually one person that's white as a lead, and you have a coloured person to counterbalance that. But these are two women of colour. There's the two women going through issues, both of their passions, their faith, and I guess their purpose as well.
There's no negativity or anything like that. You just see how they train, how they work, how they interact with each other.
It shows you what young athletes go through, and I don't think there has been a film that does that with that quality.
And I feel that's a positive message that needs to be put out there in the world. bring people together, especially in these troubling times that's going on in 2017. It's a bit mad out here still.
At the end of production, I had quite a few of them saying that they're continuing with training and they've learned a lot from the other athletes they were training with, which was my old training partners, and that really brought a smile to me and made me feel like I achieved something, because even if they didn't get something out of it story-wise, they got something out of it physical also as well, and got to see how hard experience, and got to see how hard athletes in UK strive and struggle to actually make something.
Okay, we are behind the scenes of finish line.
We're not going to do the whole 200 meter run, we're just going to start from the 120 mark and then come through.
So you find it so far, man?
Good.
Yeah?
Good. It's been a tough training program.
Yeah.
But one that has been rewarding.
Okay.
We've been doing the drills, warm-ups. We're about to do a 120 meter sprint for our first shoot.
Keep up. Go on.
Shoes are looking nice though.
Hey, check, crep check.
Crep check. Crep check.
My guy, my dog, yeah.
I don't want to tell this guy. I don't want to tell this guy how sick I am at running still. Like, trust me. Usain Bolt.
What?
Watch it, fam.
Hey.
I pocket, fam. I pocket.
Hey.
Hey, listen.
In the hangover hoodie as well.
Huh? What hangover, fam?
What?
There's no hangover when I'm wearing this hoodie, fam.
There's no hangover.
What? What you think?
Hop the railing and kill man over there. Boy.
What?
Make me a mask.
Stefan first. Stefan Michael. Where you going, man? Where you going? Move. Right, Stefan Michael. Stefan Michael, Tristan, Tiona, and then Hyacinth.
Hyacinth, you're last, man.
Last, man. Last.
It's the hijab.
You're stuck in it, man.
Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Take off the headscarf, bro. Take off the headscarf, bro. Ready, yeah?
And action.
Nice one, Stefan. Keep pushing in. That's it. Tristan, go right to the line.
And then am I done? Am I done after? No, I have to be because we're...
It's going, I don't know.
Did you get that on camera?
Yeah. 23, take one. Cool.
Sorry, people are clapping.
Yeah. Alright. Are you happy? Oh yeah. It's good just to say. Yeah.
We're just waiting for this plane.
Oh, I got the wrong position there. He came back out.
Yeah.
Action!
How should we run in that stuff? Doesn't she get hot?
Stop. It's called a hijab.
Alright, sorry. I just don't understand why she has to wear it anyway. Watch her run slow. You're at my fault.
Man hates 200, bro. Ah, come on, man. I hate them, man.
You're such a baby.
I'm your baby! Cool. What next?
What was that? Wow. We've seen one. Oh my God. It's a red. It's a red zebra. Wow. Normally find these guys in West London.
on a place called The Block. But this place, oh, it's come closer. Oh,
Chill out with
oh,
all of that.
oh,
Hey,
wait,
guys,
hey,
yo,
hey,
Yo, chill. We're supposed to see tutu sweat on your brow. You know what I'm saying? Focus on this.
I'm waiting on my glow, okay? It's not sweat, it's glow. I'm not here to
We need sweat. We don't need glow right now.
They kill ya.
It's not
They kill
Beyonce
ya.
concert. You know what we're saying?
They were on the first go, so the second. Slow down. She's over the
Well, she can come first, no?
No,
Daddy come second.
It's the heat, though.
Set.
It looks easy. That's only one.
Oh, gosh.
Right, let's stand by, please, girls. Right next to your.
And hold on. And action.
More quick into your blocks, guys.
Anytime now.
Set. Action. On your marks. Set. Ho! Action. Go!
Wait, ain't they supposed to hit the thing? Right, we're not doing that in the shot. We're not doing. This is the whole point in the shot. Let's cut this.
Cool, cut it.
All right then.
Action. Go!
Fucking epic. All right, let's get that once more in slow motion.
Cool.
And then we'll let you.
Have a breath, have a breath.